here now! Get here now!
Cooking with controversy. Y'all can't even bake a loaf, and you think you can have an opinion around this bitch? Plus sizes should not be inclusive. I'm not going into debt for a prom for my kid. Your kid walking, taking the bus to school every day. $45,000 prom bill.
I'm being supposed to do that.
You're 35 years old, dating a 22-year-old. Haley Beck and her victim's age gap is smaller.
Where's my phone?
Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video. Today's video will be a cooking with controversy. I came up with this in my head because I like to cook, and sometimes when I cook, I be talking to myself about certain topics. A lot go through my brain. I be thinking, everybody got me fucked up. Like, wait, do you agree with this? Because I agree with this. You know, someone said it and everybody agreed, but I go against majority, so I didn't care. So I said, you know what? Let's talk about it on a YouTube video. So I will be baking a banana bread. I hope you guys caught that. Like, I hope you don't think I have a log of shit sitting on my countertop. It's bananas. We're going to be making a banana bread because I have some bananas that I did not eat and I don't want to waste them. So why not make banana bread? I love banana bread. And we're going to be talking about some topics that I find people think may be controversial, but again, like I said, I don't care. These are my opinion. If you disagree, let it be. You don't need ChatGPT to tell you how to make banana bread. Oh wait, hold on. No, they're talking about 3 ingredients. No, thank you. Someone said 5 bananas, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of any oil, half a cup of water or milk, 2 eggs, pancake.
What the fuck is going on here?
Why does nobody just make banana bread regular? Okay, well, at least I know I need to preset the oven to 350. 350. I know young cooks cook it on high. Please do not put the oven on 400, put it on 350. Bananas, half a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, melted butter, 2 eggs, half a cup of milk, splash of vanilla, cinnamon, flour. Ooh. I don't think I got baking powder. We have some baking soda. This is why you need to shop and just buy stuff sometimes because you don't ever know when you're gonna need it. This one made a cinnamon roll banana bread. Do y'all see how good this looks? Are we gonna make this? This looks amazing. We'll be making a cinnamon roll banana bread. I'm going to swipe through really quickly with the steps so you don't ask me because we'll be busy talking shit. The end. They said we need 3 bananas. The rest are going right down in the trash, so we're gonna use 4. These bananas are brown because I put them in the fridge. Recently, I've been getting ants in my apartment because I don't know what it is with Georgia. I have never dealt with ants as much as I have dealt with them since I moved to Georgia. So I do not keep fruit on my countertop, and I hate cold fruit.
Already blood clot this. Already bomber clot this.
We're gonna assume that that's not bad. That's still edible. I can't even leave fruit on my countertops. I will get fruit flies, ants, all that stuff, and I'm sorry, I'm not with any of the creatures living in this house besides me. Okay, I barely fuck with Pluto living here sometimes. Okay, well, clearly I need some better knives, and the water just splashed me dead in my face. We're gonna use 4 to make it extra moist and banana-y. Yuck. Every time I come in this kitchen, it feels like a challenge I have to make for y'all. Like, what the fuck? I should have just made the salmon. I was supposed to make salmon, but now I'm scared to make it because I was supposed to film this YouTube video like 4 days ago. So now the salmon been sitting in the fridge for 4 days.
Let me get the trash can.
So we have some bananas in a bowl. So now we're gonna mash the bananas and talk about controversy. I got a new apron. Do you guys like it? I know. I went through so much struggle. I actually ordered like a whole set. It was supposed to be like really cute pink, you know, for the vibes. Realized I ordered that shit to my house in Waterbury, Connecticut. 16 hours away, had to improvise, went with Walmart. I think this is pretty cute. The only thing is with the neckline, I don't really like the folding up, but it's cool. I seen a TikTok the other day that said, people when it comes to other cultures, quinceañeras and spending $1,000 on sweet 16s and things like that, but then when it comes to black people spending $1,000 on prom.
I'm in the Aston doing donuts. I will kill the game.
Oh my God, my boy say he's in the Aston doing donuts.
Tumbling backwards into a karate kicking high note. My innocence will eventually.
Fair. I wish y'all the best when it comes to financial literacy, but this world is literally set up against black people. I feel like a lot of systems are not set in place against other minorities, right? And they are set up against us. Therefore, my controversy take is that prom should not cost $20,000. When I graduated high school, I was 17 years old, making about $80,000 a year. Top 13 in my class. When I started at the beginning of the year, I was in the top 10s. And because I was working so much, doing social media, literally I stopped caring about school, barely went to class. I had 54 absences, which were excused from the principal because I used to just submit the work because I was grinding and I was doing my best. I just don't think that a lot of kids right now who are getting these $20,000 proms, these $45,000 proms, these proms that are putting their family into, you know, debt, because a lot of people are taking out loans to do these things. My controversial take is that if my kid is not a B+ student, $1,000 to prom. What did you do all high school? Like, it's cool. If you're not a school person, that's fine. But my whole thing is, you deserve an experience. People always look at it from the part of consequence. Like, you didn't get your child the best dress, the $1,000 dress, a Bentley, rent, all these things, spend $40,000 on their prom. People look at it as you're looking down on your kids or telling your kids they don't deserve. And I think that's the opposite. Like, I'm telling my kids you do deserve. I said on my spam how I just don't understand why people would be paying thousands of dollars, like thousands, tens of thousands of dollars for prom for a kid, just for them to still have to take out FAFSA and have student loans in the future. Like, the money's free now, the money's not free in the future. And someone in my spam was like, oh, well, if you're spending that much money on a prom, I doubt that you would even care about FAFSA. And I'm like, newsflash, that's a lie. I grew up around a Black community, and I see it all the time. Y'all taking out loans, this, that, and the third, living in projects. Bullets flying over your kid's head. $45,000 prom though. Your kid walking, taking a bus to school every day. Gotta take an Uber, a train, walk 30 minutes to work. $45,000 prom though. No. See, even Pluto object. I'm not gonna give them that choice of, do you want a $40,000 prom or a car? Are you fucking stupid? You're getting a prom and a car. And I'm telling you, if I have millions of dollars, maybe my circumstances will change here and I'll be like, okay, I feel like I want to be wealthy with even mindset. And I want to welcome that into my family. And wealthy mindset is also telling myself that in no phase of my life will my kids struggle. But at the same time, I'm not going into debt for a prom for my kids. Obviously, if I have more than enough money, my kids can have whatever they want, and that's what I want to provide. But realistically, in this economy, and just realistically when it comes to everything, that's just not something that I want to teach my child. I want to do all of that for my kid, make them go enjoy their prom, but I'm sorry, it's not about their enjoyment of the kid. It's about you guys putting this price tag on it to make kids think that, oh, it only can be enjoyable because of the fact that it's expensive. There's kids in Bentleys, Teslas, this and that, dying because y'all are putting them behind these BMWs, these fast cars with no driver, trying to let them live the fast life like these rappers and these BBL bitches. Y'all keep trying to put y'all kids in these fast lives, and that's exactly what's happening because they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the understanding of the severity of being even behind a vehicle that fast. Y'all are doing that, not getting them a driver. Y'all are putting them in these nudity dresses and then crying when they're getting turned away. You're sending them to high school. Why are you putting them in dresses where their whole entire titties and cleavage is showing? They're in high school. Like, I don't really care if they're I was in high school. They're in high school. You get what I'm saying? Like, be for real. Y'all are trying to make kids too comfortable being adults. Kids being comfortable being adults is kids feeling like they have access to $30,000 for one night. No. Like, we need to teach them some financial literacy, and I think that that's going to be very damaging. We're not saying take away prom experiences. We're not saying dim down prom experiences, make your kids feel like they're not important, because they're so important. But they're not only important because they cost $40,000. They're not only important when they cost $40,000. You guys bully so many people who go to prom on $1,000 budgets, and they be looking beautiful, and I think that's so sad because you guys have chopped it up to be, if you don't have this big dress from a custom designer, this, that, and the third, what was prom? And it's like, that's not fair. And I personally don't want my kids to be in a space where they're like, oh, we don't have it, that's why I'm like this. I want my kids to be like, I look good, baddie with intelligence. You get what I'm saying? I want to raise kids with intelligence. When I do rent them that BMW for their prom night and shit like that, they have that license already, they have that car ready. B+, A+ student. I don't want to say A+ because mommy went in an A+. You get what I'm saying? You on top of your shit. And I didn't get no prom and I didn't care. I want my kids to have a prom, but that's just something that I'm not willing to do. Okay, they said 6 teaspoons of butter, but I kind of just want to add the whole thing. I know a lot of people who are gonna object to this opinion are 2020 babies who didn't get a prom. Like, y'all are trying to live through y'all kids and y'all gonna set y'all kids up for financial failure. I really hope though that when I have kids, they really can appreciate the goods in life without the money aspect of everything. I think money is starting to rule the world to the place where kids cannot value anything outside of money and how much it costs. And I really just don't want to feed into that with my kids. Consumerism. Some of y'all are just letting y'all kids bully y'all into being like, yeah, no, you're gonna give me the prom, you're gonna spend all your money, and that's that. And then y'all feel like shit as parents when y'all can't show up for y'all kids. And I feel like right there you already failed. Years of raising this child, 17 years, putting food, this down their backs, giving them life experiences, and yet because what? You couldn't pay $50,000 for prom, all of a sudden now you suck and they don't appreciate you because you don't want to put $3,000 down on a dress for them. I think that's delusional. Clear it up. Ignore this. I burnt my face with a curling iron and I went and got some braids because we're not about to play with my face. Like, no. Anyway, I want to touch more on the subject before we go into the next topic. I also think it adds to the fear of women or people even having kids and why people are sitting like, we don't want kids and blah, 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 because you guys are feeling like, oh, if you're not making $1 million in a society, which is very, very, very rare because, I mean, the economy is literally declining. You guys are putting yourself in this box, right? Your kids won't be happy. You don't deserve kids. And you're placing that stigma onto other people as well. When you see parents only provide proms that are $1,000, but they're giving their kids love, support, things that people who are getting their kids $45,000 are not even providing, y'all are making them feel like bad parents. If they have the wedding, but it wasn't in Rome, destination wedding, all of a sudden it wasn't worth nothing, right? Now we got people feeling like they won't even get married because there's an epidemic on rich men. Whole time rich men be cheating like a motherfucker. You won't get married now because you can't get married in Italy and your man can't afford to get you married in Italy. And I'm not saying you don't deserve a man who will take you to Italy. I ain't saying that. But all of a sudden you won't get married now if you can't get married in Italy. Like, that's only social media talking, bro. Nobody realistically thinks like that. I don't care what nobody realistically thinks like that. If you meet somebody you love, you won't get married to them because they can't give you a $15,000 wedding. But whole time they're still married. They're still living their life by God. They're still doing things that everyone in their life is happy with except the internet. And I think that's why y'all are scaring a lot of people out of wanting to do certain things. It's not just about having kids. It's getting the jobs, trying the careers, trying the makeup, trying the hairstyles, trying to date people who you guys don't think they're compatible with. They're placing boxes on people, and don't be in that box. We're warming up the butter because they said we should. So we're gonna add the butter into the banana. And honestly, that first topic really goes into my second topic, and it's wanting kids in the first place. Y'all are bullying women who want kids in 2026. I'm part of the people y'all are bullying. Wanting kids is very unique to everyone's experience. A lot of people have their reasonings for not wanting kids. A lot of people have their reasonings for wanting kids, for having the abortions. A lot of people have their reasons for not having the abortions. And I think that all is unique to experience, and that's the whole point about motherhood. I brought this mixer because I was thinking that I might have to like mix and all this that. I'm not using it because I'm not washing it. I feel like wanting kids in this day and age has been so looked down upon because for the longest time having kids was looked up upon. If you didn't have kids, you were, I don't know, whether they used to call you a lesbian or like you didn't want family values, and that's fair. But then we have to realize that as women, we're supposed to stick together. And there, again, like we said, there's so many reasons why women want kids and why women don't. I know for a fact that I want kids. This opinion standpoint is not coming from a place where I'm talking about people who are struggling. I'm not talking about the people right now who are having kids knowing damn well they can't afford them. I'm talking about the people who can afford them, the people who are happy with their husbands, are content in their relationships, the people who are just content with their life. But it's something about this generation where every time you say you want kids, it's like kind of like you saying I support Trump. That's why when it comes to people who I even have sex with, I'm very, very, very intentional. I like to have conversations because listen, when it comes to casual dating, is it ever really casual? Me, I can do the whole casual thing, but then we're gonna have to have some conversations because I will not be confusion if mistakes happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person who's against abortion. I'm not this person who's gonna bring a child into this world because of the fact that I wanna have a baby. No, I'm very smart and I'm very logical. If it's a situation where clearly a child is not beneficial, clearly a child will suffer in this situation regardless, I try to look at it from a standpoint of view where God always has me. God has me, I know that for a fact. And there's no but to that, but I just wanna be smarter. I'll have my body plan B so much quick before I have a trap. It's not that serious for me, but I do take having a and stuff like that very serious because it is that deep for me. I said for me. For me. I said for me. Hit dog's gonna holler, but I said for me. So when it comes to certain situations, I just don't put myself in certain situations. I don't do the whole sneaky links and running around with multiple men and doing this, that, and third because of the fact that I know for a fact I want kids. It kind of sets standards a little differently. You kind of look at the type of you have sex with because you know, I think we know that some niggas off rip ain't daddy material.
That was the worst way to crack that egg possible, and I took it.
But I'm not gonna lie, I think it'd be very clear and apparent that a lot of these is not daddy material. I don't really want to set myself up on no journey that's just not meant for me. People switch up overnight, and that's why when it comes to motherhood, even when I become a mom, I was raised by a single mother who had 2 kids by the time she was 25, wasn't even a citizen in America. My mom's birthday was just the other day. She's 47 now. She's living her best life, traveling the world. That did not inspire me in a sense. Like, it inspired me to do things the right way, you know, take my time. I'm not rushing into kids. I'm not rushing into relationships. The time of my life where being a mom literally fell into my lap was one of the most beautiful and hard experiences ever to go through, and it's one of those things where it just teaches you learn from them. And that's why when it comes to me right now, I'm in a space where it's like, if I was to be pregnant right now, I wouldn't want to have an abortion, especially like based off my life. I don't know, I just wouldn't want that for me. If y'all see me disappear off the internet for 8 months and pop back out with a belly, just know this is where I want to be, because I already made the choices that were best for me. I made choices that took time to heal. I see you guys do it all the time to women who are pregnant, and maybe because you guys don't see a ring on their finger, you guys are like, well, you're not married. Mind you, I want to get married before I have kids. I don't have vanilla extract, so we're going to use some of this vanilla syrup. And we're gonna use a little bit of this too. This is some vanilla bean paste from Trader Joe's. But I don't really like the smell of this. It smells like stink. It got bourbon in it. No, thank you. Every time I use it, you can just taste it. I'm gonna shake it. Oh, my hand is calling me. Look at your Betty Quacker. Oh, where you at? Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Girl, fuck these niggas.
Anyway, like I was saying, this is the life. Hold on tight. Dog, I don't want to be no wife no more. I'm tired. Like, I just want to go get some McDonald's right now. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so am I the only one where every time after I eat, I feel sluggish, like bloated, weird, tired? Yeah, that was happening to me a lot. And I started thinking, is it because of what I'm eating? Is my diet bad? Or am I just not trying hard enough to be healthier? And then I started realizing this was happening with everything I was eating. So I booked an appointment with Nourish. Nourish is a platform where you can meet registered dietitians online. And the best part is they accept a lot of insurances. To get an appointment was so easy too. No months of waiting or sitting in the office for hours. You get to select your dietitian, and before that appointment, you are provided a questionnaire just to make sure that your dietitian is specializing in what you're looking for. For example, for me, it was weight loss and knowledge. During my appointment, my dietitian made me feel so comfortable and asked me questions basically about my lifestyle, my schedule, things I was eating, and overall helped me understand what was good and what was bad. And every time I leave my appointment, it makes so much sense to me and helps me make better choices. I also like that she wasn't trying to force this super unrealistic lifestyle onto me. She really accommodates to my interests and dislikes. Overall, Nourish is providing an experience that just makes me understand my body better. These little small changes are helping my life in major ways. So if you've been ignoring little signs of your body, click the link in my description and check out Nourish. You can book your appointment in under 5 minutes. And like I said, if your insurance covers it like mine did, even better. My next controversial take is about plus sizes. Y'all have convinced yourselves that plus sizes should not be inclusive, right? And this is my thing. Fat people know what look good on them and what don't look good on them. I'm not one of those about to sugarcoat it. Everything don't look good on us. It ain't meant for us. They not gonna make it in our size, baby. It makes sense. Inclusivity, size inclusivity. Whenever it comes to that, I own a business, right? And when it comes to my business, I'm literally coming out with new styles, coming out with new colors, making myself able for people with albinism to wear. These brands, y'all make so much excuses for them just for them to be fatphobic. I don't feel like using a mixer. Hopefully it works. Hopefully, because I usually use it for my matcha, but I have not been using it for my matcha. So we're gonna see.
Okay, so it does absolutely nothing.
I'm not using it. I'm not washing it. And then I'm gonna stick it on. Oh my gosh, supposed to have 2 in there? What the hell? Oh, okay. Wait a damn minute. Where I put the...
I'm pissy. The way it keeps dropping and I keep picking up the same one thinking it's another one, like, girl. Like, I promise I wasn't high.
You know what? Listen. Now that we have that all mixed up, they said to add your dry batter to your wet batter, so that's what we're gonna do. And they said for me. Back to the controversy. We know we big bitches, but a lot of these brands don't have no motherfucking excuse. There's no reason why Aloe shouldn't have plus sizes. There's no reason why Lululemon can't have plus sizes, and other brands who are first-time businesses who are starting plus size brands are able to get these same quality items and have them in plus sizes. They just don't want to be size inclusive. So instead of you bitches trying to squeeze, you big assholes trying to squeeze into this Lulu and Aloe, understand it's not made for you. And stop trying to drag the big creators who are coming on here calling them out, and maybe y'all won't have to, you know, hold your breath every time you zip up your jacket.
Just saying.
Y'all be on Samira's head. Yeah, she's annoying. She's a little bit annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you can look at a person and be like, I really wouldn't be your friend. I can tell I couldn't bust a joke around you. You know, I couldn't even say a fat joke around you. I just fat bitch. I sometimes see and I'm like, wait, but this don't make no sense. Like, how is Aloe not plus sizes yet? How is Lululemon not plus sizes yet? How is these brands that are able to have franchises in multiple locations, multiple states, not plus sizes? And not only that, let's get into the argument here. Y'all stay talking about, oh, it's not for y'all. It's not for y'all. Leggings, a jacket. It's one thing if you're making pieces to sculpt a specific body, but leggings and a jacket can't go up into a 3X. But you can have locations all over the world, worldwide. But these small businesses are opening up companies literally in replica of them, and you guys say, I'm tired of the same shit. Lululemon has that already. Aloe has that already. Not for us.
Not for us.
So if it takes me supporting someone duping y'all, replicating y'all, I'm here for it. Sorry, I really don't care. That's my controversial take. If you don't provide plus sizes, don't be mad when someone else takes your fucking shit and copies it and makes it in plus sizes. Because you clearly had the platform and you didn't use it. You've had years to make shit shake and you have not. So therefore, oh well. You guys drag Samira, oh you're so annoying, blah blah. But it's like, this is why Southwest finds it acceptable to be charging us for 2 seats. As a plus size person, I'm not doing that shit. My ego's too high. I'm the type to lose the weight before I walk in the airport and say, yeah, I'm about to have to pay y'all for 2 seats because fuck you. No, that's my ego talking, right? I know there's circumstances for other people, and I think other people buying their seats and then having their seats sold, being kicked off last minute, being seen as difficult for having questions regarding this policy that is very much just stereotyping and discrimination. That's why, because not enough people are calling them out. You know what I mean? There wasn't enough outrage about the situation. I've never personally phoned Southwest, but I couldn't imagine someone coming up to me and being like, oh, you might have to buy 2 seats, because who? I'm gonna tell them, bitch, I'll buy this plane, bitch. Now this is our batter. This is mixed in. We're going to make the cinnamon roll filling now. Y'all don't really care to incorporate the plus sizes. So like I said, if someone copies you and it comes in plus sizes,
I'm buying it.
simple. Y'all, I'm so overwhelmed. The Master Chef challenge where they like
3, 2, 1. Hands up. Everybody hands up from the plate.
oh my goodness.
I'm being supposed to baby.
All right, my next controversial take is age gaps. I have a bone to pick and I have something very strong to say. I know I'm about to speak on your faves and I know that this might come with bitches feeling like this is smoke. It's none. I have a bone to pick when it comes to age gaps because I think you guys let people get away with certain things. So, a while back, I made a video addressing Tati and Busted Richie. If you guys go back on my YouTube channel, I don't know if I took down that video. No, I'm pretty sure that video is still up. A while back, I posted a video about Tati and Busted Richie. In that video, I literally said in my own mouth, as a girl who literally, when I was 16 years old, I was talking to a guy who was 20, sexually active with a guy who was 20 years old. Ridiculous, right? She was 16 when she started with a man in his mid-20s. It was weird. And a lot of you were like, oh, you know, the rapper lifestyle, you're jealous. She's a young girl. Every young girl who had the opportunity to date a man who has money will take it. You know, I sat back and I watched everybody say what they said and I just had my opinion. I said what I said and I kept pushing. And I don't know if everybody else seen it, but we've seen some things over the weekend regarding Tati and Busted Richie, where he had his girl buying dildos and him in the ass.
Get here now! Get here now!
Honestly, I feel like people focus more on like the dildo part rather than the kidnapping. Him having her hostage in a car, naked, on her period, bleeding in a car with multiple men around her. First of all, this is the problem that I'm talking about. Like the bear. There's multiple grown-ass men around this girl, not a woman, not no adult, this girl, child at this point. This is not an adult. She's still not even 21. In a car while she's literally on her period, butt naked, and he's sleeping on her. And I'm just like, where do y'all step in? Where do y'all ever help? Where do y'all ever do better? Where? It's never. And this is why it's so frustrating, because just like, you guys skip over the age gaps as soon as it looks like a beneficial relationship for the woman, meaning, yeah, she wasn't getting loyalty out of the man, but she was getting 100K, so that means that he should be beating her ass. No. I don't really understand how to line one of these. Should I fold it? Okay.
I'm not about to fight for no parchment paper.
I'm gonna have to put some butter on there to stick it and help it lay down. I'm gonna cut this. I want it to come out perfectly. Y'all are more mad at the fact that this man like taking his ass. More than y'all are mad about the fact that he was dating a child. And the reason I know this is because there is someone very popular on TikTok right now, very fucking popular, named Yana, dating someone named Vaughn. And this bitch is literally like 30 something years old. I'm like, wait, isn't this nigga like 2 years older than your daughter? That relationship is weird as fuck. If they've been with each other on and off for years. Mind you, this woman is 30-something years old, grown, got kids that's bigger than me.
Well, I don't know.
I don't want to say that, but this woman is like 35 years. I gotta fact check. All I know is she's too motherfucking old to be dating him. And y'all like to skip past talking about, oh, we like her. And you know, I might use a reaction meme here and there. Valid. Valid. You got me there. Scrolling past it and seeing like little funny clips. And not only is this embarrassing as fuck, like he's calling you literally a fat bitch and you have a plus size daughter. He's 23 years fucking old. And now I have to do the math. Yana Royale age. Now I have to do it.
Oh.
Yana Royale is her mama.
Wait.
Yana Royale is his daughter.
So wait.
What the fuck is this name? I'm pretty sure, isn't her name Yana?
And this is how I discovered the Yanettes. It's 3 of them motherfuckers.
This bitch is 35. You're 35 years old, dating a 22-year-old, but y'all skip past it because she funny on live. Okay, I get it now. I don't understand. If she been fucking with this boy on and off, he just turned 22, literally on my mama's birthday, which was not even a whole month ago. I turned 23 in July, and I would never date a 35-year-old man. What is this world becoming? And what day and age? Where's the parents? Y'all love asking this when it comes to women, but let's ask this about the men. Where's the parents? You're 22. My mom would beat the fuck out of Yana if she had a son, and her teenage son was walking around with a 35-year-old woman. And I'm here to say it. Me and my sisters would have jumped in because it's no fucking way that y'all don't see a problem with this. Y'all eat it up and y'all literally only find it embarrassing because he treats her like shit. I feel like you guys only are saying this is okay because of the fact that it's a boy. I see this couple come on my TikTok. I don't get, oh, she's so stupid and such a bird for being with this boy who treats her like shit. You guys are literally on the internet every single day dragging Haley Beck for talking to a high schooler. Haley Beck and her victim's age gap, keep this in mind, is smaller than Yana and this boy. Haley Beck is under fire right now for literally talking to her high schooler students. But then in the same breath, you guys hype up and call and refer to Yana as a bird for talking to Vaughn.
And I know this is gonna be such a controversial take because of the age legalness of it all. Technically, what Haley Beck is doing is illegal. Outright, she needs to be behind bars. But I simply drew this comparison because of the similarities in age with both people. You see how weird it is when you put the names on it. No, stop putting the names on it, because at the end of the day, it's the circumstance of the situation. You're a teacher. You have power of authority. You literally have a lot more in power than Yana over Vaughn. I can acknowledge those parts, but at the same time, all you did was stay in the legal part of it. Everything else about it is weird. You're 35 years old, literally raising kids his age. Would you date your son if you had one? I'm 22 right now. I don't even see myself dating a 20-year-old, and I'm being dead ass serious. I have a lot of things going for me. I do relate a little bit more to the older crowd, but I don't need to be with no 30-year-old man. Ew, like, you're 35 and a mom, still actively raising kids in high school, dating their peers. That's weird. Like, what? Y'all don't see a problem with that? I'm sorry. You're not gonna convince me that an age gap is okay just because it's legal of consent, especially when they're not 30 plus. Frontal lobe developed.
Y'all don't address women predators nearly as much as y'all try to address male ones. I can't imagine a woman coming on the internet saying that a man held her hostage in the car naked while she was bleeding on her period and kidnapped her after he fucked her best friend on her birthday. I would want to comment, well, didn't you say we were jealous of you? I'm gonna be like, I cannot believe he did that. He's such a disgusting person, and I'm glad that you learned your values from that, because clearly at the time you were brainwashed to think that this was something that was good for you. I feel like in this situation, that's exactly why age gaps should be talked about and should not be normalized as much as they are normalized. I would never normalize my daughter bringing home no 25-something-year-old man when she's 17. You 19 fucking with a 27-year-old. Why? What do a 27-year-old have in common with a 19-year-old? And I was 19, making over 100K a year, literally successful in school, doing stuff that 27-year-olds are doing. And I still had nothing in common with them because my mindset was totally different. Even when I would date, I used to see grown women preying on my ex, and it used to make me so uncomfortable sometimes because in my head it's like, yeah, you're not shit, but you're 21. Why do they want to see you? What would a 30-year-old woman have to do with a child? Like, in my head, I used to always try to get him to see that, like, you're still a child, you're still a baby, and these grown-ass women are going out their way to fuck with y'all. I know, and I see this shit with y'all. Y'all reactions is too cool for me. We got some banana cinnamon bread. This is what it looks like up close. They said put it on 350. I'm gonna put a timer on my phone.
Where's my phone?
Found it. I'm gonna just set it for an hour, and now I need to get this water out of my phone because I'm irritated. If you guys ever want to learn how to get water out your phone, just go ahead, type in water out of phone, and you turn up your volume. You literally see the water come out the phone sometimes. I think the girl made a frosting as well for it. I might not want no cinnamon frosting. We gonna see when it finish doing that. Oh baby, I decided I'm not making no frosting. I went and brought it from the store. So I went and got some cream cheese. Wait, I went and got some cream cheese frosting. Anyway, let's take out the bread now because it's been in here for 5 minutes over because I was in the car burning my mouth talking to mommy. Oh my goodness, that looks fucking amazing. Betty Crocker who? I ate that. Cooking with controversy. Y'all can't even bake a loaf and you think you can have an opinion around this bitch? Yeah, that's ready. I am not a frosting fan, so I'm going to use the littlest, thinnest amount of frosting, okay? No, but why is this so good already? And I can already tell that I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna have to take this out and put this on a plate, bro. I think when these men get older, they will realize what's going on. Women like them that ass pick the perfect victims. You see the times in their life where they choose these people when they're young, rich, dumb, don't have no money, no sense, barely any family looking out for them clearly because I mean, you running on the streets too guns since you was in high school. So I mean, do you have a parent who gives a fuck about you? Probably not. And then this other guy, his parents only care about football. Clearly not what he's doing because a lot of people allegedly were aware of this issue and said nothing about what was going on between him and Haley Beck. So charges not being on none of them or investigations not being into none of them is the problem in this world because like I said, it happens to so many young girls where they think dating these grown ass men is cute and it's not cute. If you were normalizing the age gap, when that predator goes down, you should too. Tati's mama, you were aware she was dating this grown ass man. I don't care what nobody says. It was very public on the media and you're literally a woman on the media every single day. Yeah, you didn't know. You knew. Haley Beck, your friends, your people making jokes. Oh, you're friends with your students in jail too. Along with her other assailant because it was 2 teachers assaulting this one boy. And if you was talking to that boy when he was 17 and you was a grown ass 30-year-old woman, behind bars. I want everybody in jail. Women, men, they, them, James Charles, behind bars immediately. This is the slice I made. I just put some like swirls on it. I'm trying to hold this so you guys can really see what it looks like. This is what I'm holding it so awkward, bro. Okay. I can't lie, that bitch a little dry. The middle is definitely better. I basically did like an hour and 5 to 10 minutes. Do like an hour, let it cool down, and they'll definitely be more moist in mine. This being the first thing I ate today and it's 9 o'clock is crazy. So I'm gonna get out of here because I'm gonna go make something to eat. I'll see y'all in the next one. Stay beautiful and stay blessed. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you disagree with my opinions, I don't care. If you wanna fight about my opinions, you'll go to jail. Bye.